Alrighty, everyone. It is currently Wednesday, December 18th. We're a week out from the big Christmas, dude. The big CM. I don't call it Xmas, dude. That shit does kind of weird me out a little bit. It's like you're scared of saying the word Christ. I don't know, dude. We're getting Fox Newsy right off the rip, dude. I'm not Fox News though, dude. People got to realize I'm the opposite of Fox News. Like I love Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the man. Like, you know how they say, like, you should pick a president that represents your interests, dude? No one represents my interests more than Joe Biden. I mean, seriously, he rules so fucking hard. He's the man. I wish I could be him. Like, seriously, all he does is like he sleeps all day. He's constantly on like a cocktail of drugs, of like who knows. He's just taking pills. Anyone gives him a pill, he takes it. So he's high all day. He sleeps all day. Anytime anyone like even like remotely criticizes him, he basically tells him to shut the fuck up, dude. I mean, no one rules harder than Joe. So yeah, I'm not Fox News. Although I will say Xmas or not fuck. I just said it, dude. I will say Christmas and not Xmas. That just it always weirded me out. It's like why are you crossing it out, dude? That's it's like people say Hitler before they say like Christ. I don't know. I'm not here to like I just thought that was funny. It's like you're scared of saying Christ. I don't know. I just think it's kind of funny. Um, I am recording in a new closet, so please excuse any banging noises you might hear, dude. Trust me, no one in this house is getting that active that the whole house can hear. You know what I mean? God damn it, dude. Off the rip, we're talking about Sleepy Joe and my family. Fucking all right. Today's episode was originally um gonna be gingerbread, but I mean gingerbread is just I had like one thought about it. I was like, why is it called gingerbread if it's like a dry like cookie, right? It's like when they call like the wafers at fucking what's that called? Holy shit, I haven't been to church in forever. At fucking communion. It's like when they call that bread, dude. It's like if I can't make a sandwich, dude, if that thing can't hold mustard, it ain't bread. I guess, although a gingerbread cookie probably could hold mustard, but definitely not the fucking crackers at communion, you know what I mean? So I was like, we're gonna skip over that and we're gonna go with Yule logs. Because I always wondered what Yule meant. I always thought it meant winter, and it kinda does. Um, but Yule logs originate in European paganism as a part of Yule. And it started out with the Germanic peoples, all right, and we know the Germanic peoples, they were there. My boy Vercingetorix, I guess he was more Gaelic, but still, they were beefing with the Romans. And yeah, Germanic is like German, and then kind of like parts of like Norway and Sweden, all this. But this is like also just kind of broadly European. The boys are obsessed with wood, dude. God damn it, we're so gay. Why are European people so gay? I mean, Indians are straight as hell, dude. Indians aren't worried about Yuletide. They're just throwing poop at each other and stuff, dude. They're just throwing cow shit, trying to catch it in their mouth, having a grand old time, and we're just obsessed with logs. We're eating logs. We're burning logs. We're just obsessed with the wood. Oh damn! I'm sorry for that. Maybe I should move this further from my mouth. There we go. Maybe that's better. But yeah, we're just so gay. The European people. But Yule is like, I guess it's the midwinter tradition. We talked a bit about like midsummer when we talked about Stonehenge, but this is midwinter, and midwinter means like the day of winter, which I guess makes sense because fall is like it's getting colder, like the days are getting shorter, and then winter's the shortest day, and then during winter the days start to get longer, so it starts to warm up. So I guess that makes sense. I don't know. It just didn't because you think midwinter, you're thinking it's like the middle of winter, like in January or whatever. Or maybe like February. I don't know, dude. I can't do the math that quickly in my head. It starts in December, ends in March. February? I don't know. Something like that. A month and a half. It would be like a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah, so February for sure. All right. But Yule is a Germanic midwinter festival, like I said. And many different traditions from Yule have become a part of European Christmas and like therefore like American Christmas. Um, and the examples they had, and I'm just saying this, I don't know if this is true or not. It didn't make a ton of sense to me, but it's like Yule animal sacrifice, and they like would sacrifice like a goat or a boar, became the Christmas ham, and Yule singing became Christmas caroling. And it's like, I don't know, dude. I think the first one, the sacrifice becoming a ham, I think that's just food. I think people just like eating food during the holidays. Um, like they celebrate to eat food. And the same thing with Yule singing. I think people just they're joyous and that's how they express their joy. I don't think it comes from like sacrificing animals and like I don't even remember what Yule singing was. I think they just went up to people's houses and sang. So maybe that one, maybe they borrowed that one, but the other one was complete bogus, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Didn't make any fucking sense to me. But a lot of things don't make sense to me. Um, but yeah, all right, dude. I have no ideas for this episode, and this is my first time record. I guess I recorded that full episode, but that one didn't really count, dude. That one was a stinker. I've been having a lot of stinkers lately. I don't know. It's like I start recording, it's like I'm back in the beginning again. I start recording and I just can't think. My brain like turns off. But yeah. But yeah, it's Christmas time, dude. People are people are buying presents and shit. I have no idea what to get anyone for Christmas, dude. Zero ideas. I'm buying bird seed for someone. That's how you know you're out of ideas. You're getting give someone like a theoretical gift. I don't know. But goddamn, am I out of ideas? Holy shit, this episode sucks. But who really cares? No one's listening anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just alone in my closet, dude. God damn it, Europeans are so gay, dude. Indians are straight as hell. I'm sitting in my closet talking about wood. I'm in the closet thinking about wood. Is there anything more gay than that? Fuck. I mean, having sex with men is obviously the most gay or the most straight, dude. It's either the most gay because it's like you're attracted to men and you want to have sex with men, or it's so straight that you're just like, I'll fuck anything. So both ends of the spectrum, dude. The horseshoe theory or whatever they call it, dude. I am a political genius, by the way. For those of you who didn't know, yeah, I know I'm a guy who is barely able to talk on a podcast, and he talks about Yuletide logs and shit, and he talks about how straight India is. But I am a political genius. I know I could barely make it through a semester of school, but I think I figured out Israel Palestine, dude. I think I figured it out. And you know, it's an idea that I think a lot of people like don't think of. I think everyone just needs to be nice to each other. Like, have they ever considered that? Like, just being nice, being joyous during this time of year? I don't know, dude. Neither of them celebrate Christmas. I think that's their problem. Like, I don't think the Muslims have a Christmas. Like over there, like here, I'm sure the Muslims celebrate, but like over there, they're definitely not celebrating. And the Jews, Hanukkah, they get like 8 pairs of socks. That's all it is. Those cheap ass motherfuckers. God damn it. The Arabs are cheap too, dude. If you've ever met an Arab, sometimes they're gaudy, but they're cheap at the same time. It's strange. You know what I mean? They're kind of like Trump is on the Arab grind. You know what I mean? He has a gold toilet, but he doesn't pay anyone like anything. Like he pays people like $7 an hour to do a job that's like 80K a year. You know what I mean? That's the type of timing Arabs are on. And Jews, they don't do either. You know what I mean? They're not they're not out here buying anything gaudy, and they're also not paying people shit. Which is why when people are like Jews rule the world, it's like, yeah, dude, probably because they're not like concerned about all the bullshit. You know what I mean? God damn it, dude. All right, we got to get back on the Yule. I was trying to make a joke there. Uh, Everything I say is a joke. Um, in case you're new, all right? In case you're one of these fools that hasn't been listening, unless you're not one of my loyal fans, one of my thousands of loyal fans. Um, but Yule logs are meant to burn and not be like put out or burn out. So you know how like wood can become like charcoal or it can become ash? I think the goal of this is to like get it straight to ash, is to not let it become charcoal or let it like burn out in some way. And you don't put it out. You got to stay up and let it burn the whole night long, which is, I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious where that one came from because if you put out the fire, dude, because like the Germanic area is like kind of like Sweden and shit like that is included in it. So if you put out the fire there, dude, it's game over. Whole family's going out. So I can kind of understand like the science or like the anthropology or whatever behind that tradition. Why is this door banging so much? I don't know if you guys can hear that. If you can, I apologize. But god damn, is it fucking annoying? Because it wasn't doing this before. I don't know. Maybe it can sense me going crazy. It's like, dude, fucking, it's like a ghost like banging on it. Stop talking about the Jews and the Arabs, dude. Just shut the fuck up. But no, the Mossad definitely already has the tap on me, dude. That's why I'm not buying a pager, not buying a new phone, because I know they got me. I don't order any packages, dude. If I ever get a package, I know where it's from. I'll be able to smell, dude. I'll be able to smell the whatever. What do Jews smell? I don't know, dude. Jews are able to smell a lot because of those big old honkers they got on their faces, but and those big old honkers they got on their titties, dude. You ever seen a Jewish chick's titties? Good Lord. I don't know. I've only seen like 4 Jewish chicks. even on like the internet, and they all have huge tits. But what do Jews smell like? I don't know. Gefilte fish? I don't know what gefilte fish smells like though. I think it's like pickled fish, dude. If I get a package and that thing smells like pickled fish, I'll know they're coming for me. I'll know they'll be trying to get me, dude. Trying to talk about them, trying to talk about how they don't pay people shit. I don't know if that one's even true. I just know that Jews are greedy. They're covetous. God damn. It's just being racist is so funny. Whenever people are like, "Oh, that's lowbrow humor" or whatever, lowbrow humor is the funniest humor. Like, I don't think it gets funnier to me than like what's that shit called? Like the Three Stooges. Like I feel like the Three Stooges is like peak comedy. Just a dude getting hit in the fucking face as hard as he can. Like a dude, like I've been getting these videos on like Instagram and TikTok of like Chinese people playing this game where it's like there's an egg underneath like a bowl, and people hit the bowl, and the goal is to get the bowl is to pick it up and get the other dude to break the egg. You know what I mean? And I've been watching those videos. Or like one's there's a bell, and the bell is covered, and they hit the top of the bowl that's covering the bell, and one dude will like pull the bowl and get the person to hit the bell, and if you don't hit the bell, then they put the thing back and you just keep doing it. But when the other, it's a chick, dude, and when she gets and when she hits the bell, he like picks up this huge fucking plastic bottle, like this 5 gallon bucket or 5 gallon water bottle thing, and just smacks her over the head with it, dude. And I'm like, I don't think it gets funnier than that. It's just racism and like hitting people as hard as you can. Like America's Funniest Home Videos. That shit's existed since film's been a thing. Like Charlie Chaplin is just the original America's Funniest Home Videos. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't. Lowbrow humor is the best. I don't know. Like anything that can make a baby laugh, like a dog shitting. Like babies laugh at that shit. It's funny as hell. So I don't know. I don't get the hype behind like this highbrow. I'm so witty. It's like, how about you use that big fucking brain and stop making jokes? All right, the jokes are for dumb guys like me to make. Um, but like I was saying, with the Yule log, you got to let that thing burn all night. You know what I mean? Um, and it's to drive away like bad spirits or bring good luck or whatever. Like if you can get it to the ash stage. And like sometimes they'll like take the ash and they'll smear it. Like there's a ton of different traditions. Like I said, they do this all over um Europe, or they did at least. I don't know. Um, but yeah, they're smearing their face with ash, dude. And there's another Christmas, I think it's Christmas, dude, in like Denmark or something. They just do full fucking blackface, and not even like Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder. Like that's like good. That's like African American. Like that's not even blackface. That's just he became black. You know what I mean? But this is shoe polish. You know what I mean? Like the whole face. And they're from Denmark, so they're all like blonde haired and blue eyed, and so it's it's the craziest look ever. They kind of now that I'm thinking about it, they all look exactly they look like Candace Owens when they do it, dude. I don't look up Candace Owens, they all look like that when they do blackface. Um, but it is funny. And I don't think they do the lips. I just turn into RFK there for a second. They don't do the lips. No, I don't think they do like the shit with the lips. You know what I mean? Like those old, like everyone's seen like those old ass Disney cartoons when they're making those, or like I know there was some kind of Disney blackface, dude. Fucking Disney was doing they were doing all the faces, dude. They had yellow face. They were doing a hardcore Jew face, dude. Which is people always talk about like how Walt Disney was a Nazi. I think he just hated Jews. I don't think he was like a Nazi because like he made all that anti-Nazi propaganda unless he died before they started making that, which there's a very good chance they happened, and I'm just defending a Nazi right now. Um, but yeah, no, they were doing all the faces, dude. Indian face. I'm talking dots and feathers, dude. They were swinging on everybody. They didn't give a fuck. They like you get that racist and you're like, and it's just you hate people. I don't even think it's like a race thing at that point. You just like hate everyone so much because they were. I feel like they were getting the whites too. You know what I mean? They were just getting everybody, destroying everybody. I think Walt Disney was just like people think he was anti-Semitic or like racist. He was just a pure hater. You know what I mean? He just couldn't let anyone be happy ever. I don't know, maybe his like parents died of polio when he was a kid and he was like, fuck everybody, dude. Like he just everything he saw about everyone pissed him off. You know what I mean? Which is, I mean, understandable, honestly. Um, but yeah, that's all I've got. Or wait, no, that's not all I've got. That was just the end of that tangent. But the Yule log is also a type of cake. And I that's what I thought it was from the beginning. I thought it was just always a type of cake, but no. And it does originate in France, dude. God damn it. But I've never had it. I don't know. It kind of seems like a pretty basic cake that just kind of looks like a log. You know what I mean? It's like when people like on those shows they make like those big fancy cakes, but like 90% of it is like cardboard and like what's that shit, like fondant or whatever. Have you ever had fondant? It's, I mean, look, RFK needs to get rid of that shit, dude. Whatever it is, RFK needs to get rid of fondant. It tastes like shit. Yeah, it tastes like shit. The texture's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't really like cake as a whole, to be honest. This is gonna make I like pie more, I think. Like a pecan pie. Ooh, but a cake, nice icing. Icing is good as I think I just like icing. I don't think I like cake. Like the texture of it, it's just like sweet bread, but icing, goddamn. Icing is so good. It's just fat and sugar. All the best shit all in one, dude. I mean, that's a good old time. Just eating that's become the modern day like a Yule tradition. It's just you get seasonal depression and you're just like eating fucking eating frosting out of a tub with your fingers. I think that's what the modern day Yule log is. That's the modern day midwinter celebration. Is just you're depressed as hell. You're working like a shitty like corporate bureaucrat job, or you're like driving a forklift all day. It's just cold outside, cold and gray constantly, and you're just munching fucking you're munching icing out of the thing, dude. The Pillsbury Doughboy staring up at you with those evil, soulless corporate eyes, being like, "Yeah, pig, eat your slice." I think that's what the modern day Yuletide tradition is fucking just depressed people, including me. I'm not this. The reason I'm able to go into such depth, such detail about this is because that is my fucking Yuletide tradition. Just eating and being depressed all day, stomach just covered in dried cum, and you're just eating frosting all day. You're glazing yourself, and then you're eating not the glaze you just glazed yourself with, but you're eating the frosting, you know what I mean? God damn it, dude, I love winter. All I need is some weed, and I could kick this up to the next fucking level of depression. I wouldn't move, dude. I'd be a worm, I'd be a cocoon. I wouldn't even be hibernating. I'd be turning into a different beast, dude. I'd be coming out of this bitch with wings, dude. That's what happens when you I think that's what depression is, dude. You're just going into your cocoon and marinating, you know what I mean? And if you can break out, you become a beautiful butterfly. Or in my case, you just kind of like stay in it forever. You just stay in like a constant state of like, I don't want to do anything. Why do I have to move? Oh, I have to eat. I only want to get out of my bed to eat. Fuck it, I'm not gonna clean my cum up, dude. I'm just gonna sit here covered in cum. I think that's the life I'm living, dude. I think that's peak life. You know what I mean? Like I always talk about how much harder our ancestors had it, dude. I think our ancestors, I think they just wish they could do that all day. You know what I mean? That's what kings were doing back then. Like, what's that? I think Henry the fifth or like I don't know, something like that. One of the Henrys, dude, was just, dude, peak fucking just laying around all day. Like people, you know how like annoying women online that like spend too much online, which I'm a dude that spends too much time online, and I'm annoying as hell, so I get it. But they'll be like, I rotted in my bed all day. Like, dude, King Henry, fuck, I want to say the seventh, whatever. King Henry, dude, this dude was literally rotting in his bed all day. Like he had also, like his legs were rotting, like literally rotting in bed, dude. And that's just, I think everyone knows that's as good as life gets, or at least like Europeans. Like Asians are like, I'll fucking work hard as hell for the next. Even then, like there's a book called The Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck. It's good as hell. It's my favorite book. It is a book meant for young kids, but it's good as hell. They're not like young kids, but like like teenagers and stuff. Um, but it's basically about this Chinese farmer who gets rich as hell. Um, but then his kids get lazy. So I think it's just you reach like a certain level of wealth or like not having to work as hard, and you're just like, you know what, fuck the next generation. I'm just trying to be lazy as hell. That's kind of what the boomers did with Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett is just the modern day King Henry. You know what I mean? Just laying around all day drinking, slowly rotting to death. I think that's the best life anyone could have. You know what I mean? That's what we all work for. Um, yeah, that's all I've got there, dude. Um, but the Yule log cakes um arose after the Yule log tradition died out, and I assume that's because of like people started burning coal instead of logs. That's my guess to heat their homes. Um, But yeah, they started munching cake instead of burning logs. And it's also probably like a thing like sugar became like super widely available. But some of these Yule log cakes, like they're supposed to look like a log. Some of them, dude, they got some bangers out there. Like, let me look it up, dude. Let me describe some of these beautiful cakes I'm looking at. Um, like some of them, they're kind of off, but some of them, dude, like I'm looking at this one. They say you're supposed to just use a fork, but no way these dudes are using just forks. They must have like some kind of special tool. Yeah, some of them they do like a sideways log. Some of them they're standing up, and some of them it looks like, dude, there's one with mushrooms growing out of it. That's sick as hell. They probably did use fondant, which I just shit on fondant. I don't know. I haven't had it in years. I don't know how it tastes, but they got some good ones. Holy shit, dude. Martha Stewart's got a banger, dude. Holy shit, dude. Martha Stewart's good as hell. Martha Stewart's is like an upright one, you know what I mean? It's like a stump kind of with mushrooms growing out of it. No way that chick made that herself, dude. 0% chance. She's too busy embezzling money or whatever. Martha Stewart's the one who embezzled money, right? One of them said the N word. I don't know. All these joyous, jubilant white ladies that turn out to be demons, they're all the same to me, dude. But the Yule log cake, uh, it's meant to look like a log and it's served cold, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm more of a room temperature guy when it comes to most foods. I think maybe that's autism. Maybe I just like eating things at room temperature because room temperature is always the same. But I don't like shit when it's like too hot or cold. Like I'll let fucking like I'll let hot chocolate get down, not quite to room temp, but you know how like people sip on that shit, dude? Maybe it's because I'm greedy as hell. And like room temperature foods, you can eat those the fastest. You know what I mean? So maybe it's just that. Maybe I'm just like so fucking I'm such a demon that like I have to let shit get to room temperature so I can destroy it as quickly as possible. Um, what do we got here? So, and this is just my own thought I had about it, and I kind of already said it earlier, but Yule and other midwinter traditions um, are and were important in bringing in the start of the new year, specifically things warming up and the sun shining more. I think that's what it was. Oh, my dog is out there. All right. It was just like you're putting the hardest behind you and the future's bright. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what why they put the new year where they did, because it was like the start of like we can like kind of farm now. You know what I mean? I think it was that type of shit. But yeah, I don't know, dude. We're not quite at 30 minutes, but like I said, I'm in a new environment, dude. It's throwing me off. Yeah, dude, I'm not in the grayness all the time anymore. I think just being in that like coldness, it just makes your heart like race faster. So your brain's going more. But that's all I've got, dude. I'll see you guys on Sunday, hopefully. Um, yeah, I will record a Christmas episode, I guess. I'll probably record a Christmas episode like 2 or 3 days early. I might record the regular episode on Saturday and then the Christmas episode on Sunday just because I have so much shit to do for Christmas, even though I don't really. But I, I'm so lazy when people are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm so busy today, and I have one thing to do. Like I have like one assignment or I have like one class to go to, and I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking busy all day. Why am I always busy? And I just have one thing to do." Um, but yeah, no, that is what's happening next week. Um, but that's all I've got for today's episode. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Sunday. Have a happy Christmas, uh, happy New Year's, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever you're doing. It's probably all Christmas though. I can't imagine we're having any. I, I can't imagine we're having any Kwanzaas, especially no Hanukkahs here, dude. After the shit I just talked, 0% chance we're having any Hanukkahs. But whatever you're doing, hope it goes well. Hope the rest of your year, rest of your day, rest of your week, rest of your life goes well. And yeah, see you guys Sunday. All right, peace out.